Today, I will be showing you exactly how to qualify to the Solo Zero Build Victory Cup Finals. I'll be going very in-depth on my thought process as I played, prepared, and qualified to the first finals of the Solo Zero Build Cash Cup in the Fortnite Chapter 2 Remix season. Now, as we all know, we are back to the Chapter 2 map. This brings a whole host of different changes to the game, but if you played during the season, you certainly have an advantage in map knowledge over all the other players playing. First things first, I definitely notice a different pace of the game. Games seem to be a bit slower than they have in past seasons, and with good reason too. With only grapple, impulse grenades, rifts, cars, and yes, sadly, helicopters are in tournaments too, having one of these ready and available will be key to winning games. Now, in terms of my goal loadout for each game is having some sort of AR, obviously. If I have a scope AR, I would for sure go tac shotgun, but ideally you have a SCAR and a high rarity pump for solo. This just feels best in most scenarios, especially since you are 1v1 and not 3v3 like the other Zero Build tournaments. Then I would of course carry Porta Fortress, grapple, and heals. Now, not every game is ideal for loot, as we all know. I found a lot of success with a sniper too in my very first opens games. You will eventually catch people sleeping and just sitting still for a free elimination. Another good option is C4 or a rocket launcher. Both can get you easy refreshes if you don't have the utility you need, so carry those. Lastly, boogie bombs are the freest way to get an elimination this season, so grab them if you can. The biggest way you can set yourself up for success is to identify a good drop spot. Just living off spawn sets you ahead of most people. So go get a drop map from a website like Osirian.gg or dropmap.net and just simply beat people to your spot. Remember, just like last season, do not be too proud and 50-50 for the loot there. Simply swerve off if you are contested. Also, if you are uncontested and land by a major POI that you can see is Uncon 2, go there. Take advantage of getting the extra loot while you can. Remember, we only have 7 games, and you need to realistically make at least 3 end games to qualify. Now, let's talk about rotations. In my experience so far, rotating early to center and claiming a spot like a hill, bush, or house is the way to go. You will not always have the luxury to rotate like this, however, but when you do, you need to capitalize on it. Again, with less movement and slower paced games, they can get a little bit more stacked, so coming in late off Storm doesn't necessarily feel as good as it did last season. Now, obviously there are exceptions to this rule, and playing Storm can still be viable, but not preferred. Some games you just have to play Storm. Like last season, rotate into a POI and pick up and use the extra heals that you have there if you're stuck in this scenario. Now, the scoring is the same as last season. At the beginning, the qualification points needed will be low overall since people are still figuring out the meta, drop spots, etc. Follow the points in this video and subscribe for more tips to get ahead of everyone else. Just play slow and collect the placement points as they come to you, and you should qualify. To see this in action, let's take a look at one of my games on Asia. I will talk through my thought process and why I rotated the way I did so you can have an idea on what to do too. Here, I see the zone pulls further south, so I know I need to rotate. And notice all of the different rifts that I hit along the way. Having just the map knowledge of where all the rifts spawn throughout the game, as well as launch pads, bushes, etc., really set you up for success, so move with intention. After I hit that second snipe, I really should be keying in this direction here, but I decided to let him go. I probably played a little bit too passive in that moment, but knowing I hit him for at least 200, and I can see him trying to run away in the distance, I think he actually has a grapple, but regardless, I should have chased that and cleaned up my damage. Don't be afraid to do it like I was here. So a good example of rotating with utility in hand was that right there. You definitely still need to clear bushes this season, especially in solos. There's a lot of people lurking and trying to pick you off, and obviously I'm playing bushes as well, so other people are going to be doing that too. But holding out impulses in my hand as I'm rotating, even though I had my shotgun eventually there to clear the bush, is very good because you can just move away if you need to. Keep that in mind. Also, the entire reason I was trying to go south in the first place is because I saw the zone went south, so I was willing to move and try and clear into a new spot, but I just go back to where I was originally because obviously there's someone there already and I need to get some heals. So here I'm just playing natural cover, trying to get different angles on people, and you can see the power in the sniper here. I just hit another shot there. I've gotten multiple eliminations this game just with the sniper rifle. I think it's very good in solo, something you should definitely look to hold on to, especially if you're kind of going with this more passive play style. Here I decided to hit medkits and tank some storm, trying to get the most placement out of this game because I know it's a good opportunity for me to get that much closer to qualifying. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and sub for more Fortnite content.